It's a Red Bull front row with Jesse Turner on pole alongside Michael Cavadero here for the A main of round 6 of the 2017 season here in Australia. We are underway. Turner with a solid start into turn number 1. This 3-turn short track here in Australia as Jesse Turner immediately clears into turn number 1 with Sean Galligan, who started 3rd, also already looking to challenge for 2nd place. Chabris, Shelton, and surprisingly Bobby Jones make up the top 5 here at the start. Into turn number 1, Galligan with a very aggressive move tries to bump Turner out of the way, but Turner holds his ground. 3 wide here in the back of the pack as Dylan Young makes an aggressive move into Lamas, and contact is made, and James Shelley into the wall with Lamas. Oh, Rosengard with damage. Campbell block involved as well for the first caution on lap number 3. And oh, we got more wrecking. Nick Pericles contact with Carter Stevens. Take a look and see what happens here. Dylan Young goes 3 wide and Cody Lamas comes down and James Shelley just comes up and everybody just squeezed each other 3 wide as this was the first yellow of the day. Ooh, Pericles I think made contact with Lamas after the wreck was over and spun himself out. But Cody Lamas already with a blown engine. His day I think is already over on lap number 2. Jesse Turner, he'll lead us back to the green flag as most of the field pitted, but the top 6 did not. Turner elected not to come down to pit road and top off on fuel. Louvier, William Duncan, Satsuki Yakajur, DJ Curtis, and Robert Piet all decide not to they decide not to come to pit road at all. But Turner leads as the pole sitter continues to trudge on. Eugene DeMax spit on pit road while we were under caution, so he has to come down pit road and take the drive-through penalty along with one of the Mayota cars, I believe Milton Campbell. Trouble, Sophia Vargas in the 84s around at the start-finish line straight away. Sean Angel, I think, also hit the wall, and that'll bring the caution out for a second time. Quick replay of what happens here. Dylan Young just doesn't leave Vargas enough room and comes up into the A4 and spins her around. So that will give the A4 some damage. 2 wrecks in 15 laps as green flag now comes back in the air. Jesse Turner with a good start. Eugene DeMax, who is a couple of laps down due to having to take that speeding penalty. William Duncan at 2nd place now trying to get in front of that lap car. Robert Piet, the Dutchman, who was 6th until that caution. He's going to get spun by Gene Sanford, and it's going to try to get it collected in that number 8 Mazda car. He's going to merge into the pack, into John Cedino in the 77. And Cedino, who's going to run into Lopez and into Hirano. He's hitting every Patriots Trophy car he can. And looks like Nick Pericles is involved as well. No caution for that, as Paul Athanos with a speeding penalty comes down to pit road as well, and now the caution comes out. We're being told this yellow was the aftermath of this wreck, not the actual big wreck that happened. As James Shelley gets into the back of Sophia Vargas into Nick Pericles. They were both going down to avoid the wreck. They slowed up, and I think they just hit each other. So James Shelley has already been in 2 wrecks today, and so has Sophia Vargas. So they got a long day ahead of them. Another wreck, another restart. Jesse Turner still leading. Paul Thanos now a couple of laps down, looking to try and see if she can get one of them back. But here comes William Duncan now, as Thanos, I imagine, is probably willing to help her teammate here. Turner continuing to lead here as now he runs a little bit wide. Here comes Duncan driving hard into turn 3. Trying to get the exit. Thanos does get in front of Turner, so she is trying to get a couple of laps back here. I believe she is only 2 down. Might be only one down because of the caution, but here comes Duncan now for the lead. Gonna be the first lead change of the day. Duncan drives hard to the bottom. Turner holds him off to lead the lap. Passing here can be very difficult if your car isn't that strong in the car in front of you, like we're seeing here. Side by side through the dog leg. But Duncan driving really hard through those corners. He's going to get the lead from Turner. But how long can he hold that lead? Turner comes down looking for maybe a crossover here. Turner makes a bold move, goes 3 wide with Milton Campbell, who had just merged back into the track. That was a very aggressive move by Jesse Turner, but it's going to get him the lead. He will retake the lead. That was crazy. That was about to be a wreck if Campbell had gone up higher any further. Zachary Fitzwater not exactly having the best start to his day. And the one of the 2 Australians in the field today, him and the 4 of Carter Stevens in that Holden car. Fitzwater currently running in 31st. About to pass Piet for 30th. Michael Block also not having a good start, neither is Rosengard. So, Block, who came from short tracks, you'd think this race would be right up his alley, but this 29 car has struggled. And Fitzwater, he is trying to make up ground after a rough past couple of weeks for this 55 team. Another struggle so far. AFRT running 16th and 17th. The Volkswagen's not off to a good start today. Petrov and Allen both sitting in the top 10 in points, but have yet to win here in 2017 yet. They are looking to put an end to that small winless streak. Bronka Novakovsky's back. She's in the 90 for this week. She'll be running Page's Trophy with the Subaru Racing team, who are off to a really good start this year. So Novakovsky looking to impress. You can see her front driver band, well, the front banner says Maxwell Chan. Well, what happened was Novakovsky was thought to not be able to race this week, but she arrived here last minute due to some issues with her flight, from what we've been told. So they had Maxwell Chan, who was set to get in the 90 car if needed, but Novakovsky did show up at the last minute, so they didn't have the time to replace the banner. So Novakovsky running in the top 20, trying to get a good run for this Pages Trophy car. About 5th place, Fibros is challenging Satsuki Yakajur. Satsuki was very vocal about looking forward to this weekend. This is where she got her best career finish here. Ooh, they make contact off the exit of 3. Satsuki Yakajur, while racing Pages Trophy here last year, got a 2nd place finish. That's her best career finish, so she was definitely looking forward to this weekend. Says this track was something she really enjoyed, and she runs in the top 10, so obviously that has to be the case. Fibrosis does go by. Well, this 41 team showing some decent pace here at the start. Satsuki Yakajur finished 2nd here last season, and it was to this man, Joshua Collard, who runs in the top 20 barely. After what's happened with Shelley, Collard trying to make up for lost ground. This is where Collard got his first career win. Got it in the B main. Kind of got a little bit lucky on it with Novakovsky having a battery problem, and then Ian Dutta getting a drive-through penalty, which put Collard in the lead, pretty much. So maybe a little bit lucky, but he's trying to. These ovals are where Collard usually excels, so perhaps it wasn't just luck. And that 18 team had a good second half of 2016. But Collard in this FPM car, trying to get a good run here. Paul Atheos makes contact with Michael Block as they get hooked together into the wall, and that will bring the caution out near the halfway point here. I think Thanos had just come off pit road. She was about to start the green flag cycle here, but that will not be the case. Another restart for Jesse Turner, as he has led almost every lap today. Besides the 2 laps William Duncan led, it has been all Jesse Turner. Rosengard, the max, a couple of laps down, as is Paula Thanos. And now a wall with the lap cars as Jesse Turner looking to pull away again. As the 2 Red Bulls run 1-2. Michael Cavanero, he has not had a good start to 2017 as we got a wreck. Paula Thanos and DJ Curtis into the wall. Curtis and Thanos around on the start-finish line straightaway here. I don't think anyone else is going to get involved, but not quite sure what happened there. Here's a replay here. Curtis, goes to the bottom. Satsuki Akashort sticks the nose in there, and Curtis didn't see her at all, and that was quite aggressive. Satsuki went for 3 wide, and Curtis, I don't think, saw that coming. And they just squeezed each other off the exit of 3. We're being told Mario Cavanero has a pit road speeding penalty, which he was actually about to serve until that caution came out, but he'll get to serve it now, so kind of a lucky break for Cavanero. At least he won't fall 1 lap down. It has been, there have been a lot of cautions today, but Turner still leads. Duncan still in second. Well, retake second now, but regardless, Turner is your leader, and he has dominated from flag to flag today. And Rosengard in the way of Duncan, and I think Duncan's getting frustrated with the lap cars. And he looks like he's 5 seconds from just dumping Rosengard here as they make contact as Rosengard hits the wall. Rosengard slowing up Fibrosis really bad as Fibrosis gets into the quarter panel and into the wall they go. Rosengard, Fibrosis hit the wall. Deanna Shelton clips the 39, and now she has major front end damage. And another yellow flag. Another restart. Michael Cavanero, he had to come down pit road again, which has put him back in this position to almost go 1 lap down, but Turner still leads. We're being, with all the cautions that have come out, what was once going to be a 2-stop race has now been reduced to a 1-stopper. So Turner leads. William Duncan in second place, who is looking to mount up another challenge here. And with these lap cars in front of him, this could be an opportune time to make that challenge. Duncan looking to use the dog leg here. It comes down. Turner throws a bit of a block, but still clean. Duncan has been the only person to make a real legit challenge to Turner today. And these restarts have not helped because Duncan has just been either throwing the restart and then getting trapped behind lapped cars. But now he has a good opportunity here. And we can't forget about DJ Curtis and Sean Galligan, the 2 Beamers sitting right behind them. 3-way battle for second place and perhaps a 4-way for the lead as Duncan trying to hold off Curtis and Sean Galligan. Galligan's got back end damage and he's still competing with this top 3. So that's a pretty good sign for this 44 car if it's doing that well with a damaged car. Turner now trying to put his teammate 1 lap down, although I think he's very hesitant to do so. He doesn't really got much of a choice. He's going to have to do that because Duncan and Galligan are all over him. Galligan, though, looking for second place. He's going to pass Duncan for that spot, so Galligan, he's on the move here. Galligan gets a great run off of 1. Now he's going to go for the lead. They are trying to dispose of all the lap cars, and they have done so. And Galligan, he's going to try to complete the pass here as they make contact. Galligan with that damaged car trying to get the lead. Comes up into Turner, but Turner continues to fight. Curtis and Duncan now, they see an opportunity here. I think they need to get rid of Turner because he's been the fastest car today. But now Galligan takes the lead here in Australia. 4-car fight for the lead with just under 40 laps to go. And Milton Campbell, who has constantly been on pit road today to fix damage, is going to get in the way of DJ Curtis. And he's going to come right back down to pit road. Alrighty then. Problem for Vincent Allen in the 0 car. I think his battery has gone out in this car, and he's going to park in the middle of the track, and they're going to have to call the yellow for that one, and yellow flag is out. Yikes. We're being told this will be the final stop of the day. So this is going to be a big one here. Jesse Turner, who has led the most laps today, he has the first stall. We're going to see where he exits off pit road. He's going to have an advantage here. You just got to get all the 4 tires on and then move 5 feet. You can see Curtis, who gets in front of Galligan here. So this could be a very close race off pit road. And Turner will retake the lead as he almost collides with Curtis. That was dangerous. But Turner, he did beat him out. We saw it. He did beat him. So Turner will get the lead right back on pit road. And what will be a 20-lap dash to the finish. Fuel and tires won't make a difference. It is now up to pure speed here as 20 laps to go. Turner gets the good restart here, as does DuPont third, who is 1 down. Michael Cavanero, he needs to get the lap back that he needs. Curtis now looking to try and get past these lap cars to get up to Turner. Cavanero, though, fighting his own teammate on the bottom. I can't imagine that Red Bull team's too happy about it. Cavanero continuing to push Turner's buttons, trying to get that lap back here. And Curtis having trouble getting past Pollard. Cavanero makes a dive. Caution's out. Caution's going to come out here. Turner, Cavanero racing to the line. And Turner's not going to let his teammate go through. Turner did beat Cavanero to the line. And I can't imagine... Oh, Cavanero must be fuming in that car. That was an easy opportunity to let his teammate get his lap back, and Turner just shut the door. Ooh, that's going to be some controversy within the Red Bull team. So here's what the caution was for. Ian Dutta was slowing in front of Fibrosis, and Fibrosis just clips the quarter panel. And that sends Dutta around, although I'm not sure why they threw the yellow for that one. That was pretty much out of the way of everybody. Tell you what, Fibrosis made a lot of contact with people today, and that's just icing on the cake. At 19, he's been very aggressive. 15 to go, and what has been a very yellow flag oriented race today. We've had, I think, 7 or 8 cautions. And Michael Cavanero, who we are being told is just absolutely throwing a lot of expletives in the radio at Jesse Turner. He is now going to try again and get that lap back. As Turner, who is trying to win this race, to be fair, he cannot let Curtis get back up to him. And Curtis is having his own trouble with Pollard, who won't get out of the way either. Cavanero, he does clear Turner, although I think Turner might have just thrown him a bone. But Turner, he's going to go right back towards Cavanero here. Angel and Dutta with pit road penalties. They are down serving them. I think Turner saw Curtis clear Pollard and immediately made a move on his teammate here. Cavanero was hoping for a quick caution, but now Turner knows he has to get going. He cannot let Curtis catch him. With 10 laps to go here, Turner does get back in front. But I can imagine how Cavanero is going to remember that one for a while. A couple of notable retirements that have been missed. Elijah Bree, Joshua Michaels have both retired their cars from the race. We're not quite sure why. Apparently Michaels was getting a flat, so they decided to just come down to pit road and park the car. Remember that there is a reverse grid race to this, so starting position does matter, so it wouldn't surprise me if some of these cars who parked might have just done it on purpose to get a better starting position, but anyways, Carter Steven in 20th place, trying to get a 20th place for this Holden car making its return. We have not seen Holden around since the Cup Series days, and Stevens running a Page Trophy effort for this team. Stevens is a supercar driver, which is where Fitzwater and Cyron came from. And Stevens getting his first oval start in his career today. Doing a pretty solid job, to be fair. But Jesse Turner in this 82 car, he has dominated today as he's coming to take the white flag. William Duncan nor Curtis will be able to catch him. And you have to imagine what Turner's feeling here. Turner was dominating here last year until a caution under pit stops put him one lap down, which results in Max winning the race. But now, and what will be a redemption race for him? Jesse Turner off of turn number 3. He will come to take the checker flag and will score the first win. His first win of 2017, along with Red Bull's first win of 2017. Turner first, Duncan second, DJ Curtis third. Solid run for those guys. And now Turner will start dead last in the B main here. Getting set for the B main here, Lamas, who wrecked out of the race on lap number 2 in the A main. He is on pole as he finished dead last. Lamas, Vargas side by side with the lead, and yellow's already out before they get to turn 1. I was about to comment on the second row, but caution already out in turn 1. So we're being told that someone threw a bucket on the racetrack right as they came to the green, so they threw a yellow. So I guess this classifies as a debris caution. So yeah, not exactly the start they wanted. I guess we're about to get. Well, pit road's open, so if you have to pit for whatever reason, might as well do it now. Now this is surprising. Pretty much a good chunk of the field came down to pit road to top off on fuel. I'm not sure why, but I guess they did. But Lamas apparently took 4 tires for some reason, and well, he is now dead last. Not sure why Lamas decided to take 4 tires after only, well, 1 straightaway, but perhaps they know something we don't. I don't know, but Sophia Vargas back in the lead. Also, Deanna Shelton, we are being told, did not take the green flag. So she will not start this race or complete a lap, so tough break for that 5 team. They had a pretty solid run in the A main, if I recall correctly, but Vargas now in the lead. Max in second place, Robert Piet in third. Paula Thanos, we're being told, another pit road penalty. She sped just like in the A main, so oh boy. Well, this won't be a weekend this 98 team's going to want to remember. Second straight race with a pit road penalty. Trouble! Sten Rosengard is up on his roof into turn 1. How on earth? Whoa, watch out. Everybody please miss him. Rosengard on his roof into turn number 1. We thought last year's flip with Coy Harley was ridiculous, but this might come close to taking the cake. Here's a replay here as Milton Campbell just comes up into Rosengard, and somehow that sends a 39 on his roof, and Vincent Allen goes around as well. Rosengard is fine, by the way. He did climb out, but that... Ooh, Lamas almost clipped him. But this race is off to a very interesting start, to say the least. Vargas still your leader, as she will now start alongside Paula Thanos into turn 1. Thanos will have to try again to get a lap back here. But here comes Eugene Max, who is trying to avenge his mistake from the A-main. Robert Piet, he's still hanging tough in 3rd place, although he's trying to hold off somebody, and that would be Joshua Collard. Piet trying to get a good run to that Mazda team for SkyTech. Vargas still holds the lead, but Thanos, she will fight to get that lap back. And Thanos, oh, we're being told she has a pit road penalty. She's coming down to pit lane. Sophia Vargas with a pit road penalty in the 84 car. Another mistake, and yeah, pit road penalties have been quite common today. The entry to pit road here is very tricky, and we're seeing why. So now Demax inherits the lead. Collard, Fibrosis, Piet, and wow, Saskia Yakajo already back up to 5th place. That was quick. As is Jesse Turner, he's in the top 10. Wow, some cars who finished in the top 5 in that last race, they're up inside the top 5 area again. I think perhaps these cautions have helped him out a little bit. I think Turner's been taking 2 tires on his stops, which has allowed him to move forward, as has Satsky, who I don't think has taken tires yet, but there hasn't been a lot of green flag racing at all. So perhaps that's the reason why. We didn't mention him much, but Takumi Hirano, the Japanese driver, driving the Nissan Maxima car. We should have mentioned we had some debuting manufacturers today. Takumi Hirano in this 21 car for the the Axion Rage Racing Union. That is quite the name, but Hirano did not exactly have the best A-main, so he is trying to get a good finish here. The Nissan, the Mazda, and the Holden all making their return or debut today. Trying to get some good finishes for them. They're all running Page Trophy for this part of the season. Ooh, travel into the back of Anthony Lopez in the 0-2 for Ann Racing. Caution will come out for that. Lopez making his debut. He gets spun around. The Mexican driver, who is a very proficient oval racer in the Mexican Oval Series. Another restart. Udemax the leader. Vargas now looking to get a lap back here. Paul Thanos did get her lap back, so she is on the lead lap again. Vargas, ooh boy, Demax taking a very high line on this restart here, and here comes Joshua Collard on the bottom line here, trying to now get the lead from Mr. Demax here. It's Vargas trying to get her lap back. She's holding these two up, and the caution will come back out, and Vargas will get a lap back. And Collard, I think, stole the lead at the very last second there. Here's what happened here. Novakovsky drives in straight into the 4 of Carter Stevens, and not a lot of places to go for Chris Washer. He gets a slight piece of it, but Stevens gets turned around. The exit of turn 1 has resulted in a lot of wrecks today. A lot of people getting spun. It's not too surprising. The banking here, it makes exits very painful. And causes a lot of easy spins if you're not careful. We're being told of an incident after the yellow flag here as Vladimir Petrov shoves Seth Cole into Lamas. Okay, well, that happened. Like I said, the exit of turn 1 has been very dangerous for these cars. It's so easy to hit somebody or wreck them. And now Llamas with more damage, so Llamas's very terrible weekend continues on. Seth Cole goes 1 lap down, so he will restart on the front row. Okay, well, Collard in the lead as Seth Cole slows up the 9, and good lord. Okay. Well, Collard first place, Fibrosis up to second. And now Zachary Fitzwater up to third, and now Jesse Turner in 4th place. What a drive by Jesse Turner here. 30 laps, 41st, all the way up to 4th. Now then again, I think those pit stops helped him a lot. But regardless, he's having a really solid run here. We have a trio of penalties this time, and then once again, Paul Thanos for the 3rd time this weekend speeds on pit road. James Shelley and CM Pollard 3rd also with that same mistake. Good lord. Pit road has just been the biggest enemy today for so many of these guys. Seth Cole looks like he is very much off the pace in this 12 car, as he's getting absolutely mauled by everybody. We're being told that Seth Cole does not have 4th gear. Apparently, Seth Cole blew a transmission, blew one of the gears, and that's why it looks like he's so slow. And whoa! Pericles gets spun by Dutta. Uh-oh. Where's Pericles gonna end up? I hope he keeps it stable. Pericles, he's gonna drive across the track. Please don't hit anybody. Whoa! But he's gonna hit the wall. And almost wiped out Vargas. And they won't throw a yellow for that one. Seth Cole continuing to slowing people up here as Robert Piet gets into the back of Gene Sanford. That might have been some payback from what happened in the A-main. Oh boy. If you remember, Gene Sanford spun the 8 of Robert Piet in the A-main, and now Piet, I think that might have been some legit payback to Gene Sanford. And funnily enough, Seth Cole was also right in front of that wreck the first time too. Oh boy. Here's a replay from the A-main here. This was what happened. This was the first incident with Piet and Gene Sanford. You see Gene Sanford, she just drives right into Robert Piet, sending Piet around in the 8 car. And this was where Citadino got into the back of him, and that triggered that small wreck. Well, that multi-stage wreck. And now here in the B main, Robert Piet gets into Gene Sanford. Oh boy. Well, when you come to these short tracks, you can expect tempers to flare. And Piet dishing out his own version of punishment, or justice, as you want to call it. That will probably be looked at by the stewards. Jesse Turner is in 2nd place now, but Joshua Collard's still your leader. But that 82 team, that pit crew has put Turner in a fantastic position to go for the sweep here. As green flag, back in the air, Seth Cole, who is missing 4th gear. Very slow here, but Collard, your leader here, as Shelley gets into Cole, and into Collard, into Turner again, and Collard is around the leader. Uh-oh, more teammate trouble here. Oh boy. You saw James Shelley get into Seth Cole, and that will knock Collard out of the lead with heavy right side damage. Now, these two start next to each other on this restart. Carr was the leader, and Shelley, who was just trying to get past Seth Cole, who he knows who's missing a fourth gear, but Shelley just shoving Cole up the track, I think forgetting that Card was there. Jesse Turner also got involved as he clipped Seth Cole, but look at this excellent car control by Turner. But he has nowhere to go, and he comes up and drills Paul Thanos hard into the dogleg wall. That had to hurt. Now, to be fair, there wasn't much Turner could do. He was going to end up there no matter what, but that's going to get him some major right side damage. He won't lose a lot of positions here as now Fibrosis comes up into him. Well, that was probably some of the most wild stuff we've seen in quite some time. Zachary Fitzwater has got the crowd on their feet. He is the leader. The Australian trying to get a win here in his home country. Fitzwater's had a rough past couple of rounds, trying to make up for it here, and trying to end a small winless streak. Fitzwater has not won since round 2 of 2014 at Chicago, well, at Illinois, at Decatur. So it has been 3 seasons since Fitzwater has seen victory lane, which he has only seen once. He was driving a Honda back then. And now he leads here. Dylan Young second. His teammate Sean Angel in third. Satsuki Yakajor and Demax with pit road speeding penalties, so tough break for the Texan Audi cars. Lamas also with a penalty as well. Some guys here today have just not had a good weekend, and those three, and well, Demax and Lamas, they're definitely some of them. Sofia Vargas trying to pull off what would be a pretty impressive comeback. A couple cautions ago, she was 1 lap down. She is now back up to 13th place. So this 84 car trying to make a redemption run here towards the front. Things have luckily calmed down. We've had a lot of wrecks this weekend. You can see William Duncan, DJ Curtis all looking to get top 10 finishes here in this B main. We are roughly at the halfway point. We are being told that we are going to have one more stop needed for fuel, so we got time. Duncan and Curtis, well, looking to end this very solid weekend. Fitzwater continuing to lead here. Gallagher now gets a good run off Block, who got a little bit tight off the exit of that corner, and now Gallagher looking to spring a move. Triple Fitzwater's got a problem in the 55. Zachary Fitzwater, the leader, with a problem of some kind. We're not quite sure what it is. We're being told there might be a blown right rear. So now he is going to have to try and get it back to pit lane. You can barely see, but that 55, the right rear coming off, and now Fitzwater coming to pit lane. And the Australian crowd, they have gone silent, and I can't blame them. So now it's Dylan Young who recovers the lead. Young coming off a win at Argentina, looking to see if he can get back-to-back wins in rounds this weekend. This 2 car, they had a really, this was, I believe, where they got their best finish here last year. I think so. So this 2 car has definitely been pretty alright on the short track ovals. It's just been the high speed ones is where this 2 cars struggled. Angel second, Travel third as they battle for second place. We're being told Alan Cavanier ran to the back of somebody under caution flag. That's why the 7 car has no front anymore. It's starting to look like a modified car, but Cavanero still trying to keep pace. That 7 car is a Frankenstein's monster. The front end's completely destroyed. The back end fairly functional, but regardless, it's actually keeping a decent pace. Jesse Turner, who is trying to make up ground for the incident that he had with Thanos. He is up to 21st. He was 30th on the restart, so he is climbing forward. If you want to see differences between old tires and fresh tires, then Zachary Fitzwater is definitely the guy to watch right now. He came down, took 4 tires. And you're seeing just how much of a difference he's making up here. And surprisingly, Fitzwater only went 1 lap down, so he was pretty fortunate there. So he's continuing to run, trying to see if he could get a lap back here, because we are going to have to pit 1 more time, and Fitzwater is going to have roughly 10, 12 more laps of fuel on him. So he should have to pit again, but if a caution comes out, he should be set. If he can get a caution at the right time, because I think he will be the leader if we do make it to green flag stops, which we haven't done today at all this weekend. So if this cycles through right, Fitzwater could have a chance to get back in this. 2nd through 5th are having a fight here as Young continues to hold the lead here. Duncan, 5th, looking for 4th from Vincent Allen. Duncan looking to get back-to-back podiums here, trying to get the points lead with Gene Sanford having some trouble. This is a good opportunity here. Duncan gets past Allen. Now he's going to try and go for Angel here. For the first time this weekend, we got green flag pit stops. Dylan Young leads the field down to pit road to begin the cycle. He will pit first with 20 laps to go, so this will be the final stop of the race. Galligan, who got the lead from that, he will come back to pit lane. He will come to pit road for his final stop. Trouble, Gene Sanford in the 24, right in the middle of green flag pit stops, gets spun around, and the caution gets thrown. Right as we were coming to the end of stops, Sanford gets spun. I think the Mayota car, I think Sanford came back up into that Mayota car. Replay here, quick replay here. Sanford and Charles Jackson, who had a big run off that corner. Sanford, I don't think her spotter told her that the 54 was having a huge run of momentum. Just comes back up to him. And now the caution comes out with just under 20 laps to go. We're being told that Jesse Turner did not stop during that run. So right now he's being labeled as the leader here. And look at the cars behind him. Block, Travel, Duncan. They are all 1 lap down. Turner has basically just trapped 90% of the field, perhaps 1 down, because he had not pitted yet. He had pitted on that last caution. He took damage, took fuel. Only a couple of cars made that call, and Turner was one of them. So because of that, he was able to stay out extra laps, and that caution came out at a perfect time. Turner was running 17th. This could get very interesting here. Crossing the line, take one to green. The leader is Zachary Fitzwater in the 55 car. Fitzwater, remember, he had pitted earlier, so he was on this. He was able to go 10 laps longer. He has come down to pit road. So now the 55, he is the leader, and only a couple of cars here are going to be on the lead lap. Well, then again, the cars in front of them, they are on the lead lap, but they are basically a whole lap down from their position. Dylan Young is in 2nd place, so he was not completely screwed out of that caution. Now Young was able to come out in front of Fitzwater and Turner on his stop, so he is on the lead lap, so he's in 2nd place. Jesse Turner 3rd, Alan Cavanair, Anthony Lopez, Louvier, and Fibrosis here all have a chance to win this now because they are the only cars in contention. So this could be very, very interesting here. The top half of the field, they took green. So now, Fitzwater in the lead. This is a roughly a 6-car fight, 6-7 car fight for the win here with 15 to go. Carter Stevens gets into the 55 of Fitzwater. And Stevens, who is trying to get a lap back here. And now, here comes Young. Here comes Cavanaugh, 3 wide for the lead. Young, Cavanaugh making big dives for the lead. Young gets the lead. Cavanaugh in front. Cavanaugh trying to run side by side. In the 55, looks like he got a problem. The crowd was going nuts for Fitzwater, but now the 55, I think, has got a problem of some kind. As Alan Cavanaugh looking to get the lead. In that Frankenstein Monsters car, we got smoke. I think somebody got spun. Robert Piet down to pit lane, but Dylan Young, he has taken the lead. We got a car blowing up at the front. That is the 41 of Satsky. That's going to slow up Dylan Young, who was trying to pull away. And now here comes Anthony Lopez in the 02. Anthony Lopez, all of a sudden a factor for this win. But here comes Jesse Turner. Turner has been the dominant car all weekend long. And now he is going to get second from Cavanaugh as Young tries to dispose of Carter Stevens. Turner with a big run off of 3, back into 1 for the lead. Jesse Turner trying to pull past Young. Cavanaugh and Fibrosis both with Frankenstein Monsters cars running in the top 5 here. But this is for the pass for the lead. Young overdrives the corner really bad into 3. And here comes Turner. He takes the lead. With just 10 laps to go, Jesse Turner in position for what could be the first ever sweep of a weekend in the DuPont World Series of Racing. Zachary Fitzwater is reporting that he has a tire going down. We saw him get absolutely mauled, but apparently from what we're being told, the contact that he had with Carter Stevens, if you remember, that sent the 50, that apparently that got one of his tires to start deflating. So now Fitzwater, he's having to nurse this car around. So tough break for Fitzwater. We saw smoke from a spin earlier. Here's what happened. They all squeeze. Vince and Alan Satsky and DJ Curtis squeeze each other off of the exit of turn 3, which causes the 41 to blow up and Curtis to get some major left and right side damage. Turner has pulled away here as he's picking off lap cars, but Alan Cavanaugh, Charlie Fibrosis is trying to get podium finishes in these completely destroyed cars. We're being told Fibrosis, like Cavanaugh, had some issues. I guess he ran to the back of somebody under caution. We're not quite sure where it happened, but right now Cavanaugh and Fibrosis looking to take their cars to a podium finish. And yeah, if these two pull this off, that might be the ugliest cars to ever get podium positions ever. They are trying to hunt Turner down, but I think Turner's just too good at this point. We're being told of a spin as Sean Angel gets into the 3 of Skavnicki. But Skavnicki does recover his car nicely and will do his best to merge as cleanly as possible. Gets into Galligan slightly, but better than a spin or another wreck. Gotta give some extra kudos to Anthony Lopez in the SO2 car. Lopez making his debut this weekend. Been involved in some accidents today, but they decided to make the call to stay out as long as Turner did in hopes for a caution. And that gamble, well, it certainly paid off. And now they are en route to a top 5 finish here if they can hold off Louvier, who also has damage. Jesse Turner about to take 2 laps to go here. Nobody gonna challenge him from behind. All these guys lap cars in front of him. What a weekend for Jesse Turner. They've dominated the A main, used pit strategy to get back up through the field, got into that wreck with Seth Cole and Paul Thanos, but now coming to take the white flag. Turner's got no opposition. With 1 to go, Jesse Turner, 1 lap for making DuPont World Series of Racing history here. No one has ever swept a weekend in the DuPont World Series of Racing. No one has ever won the A main and then go on to win the reverse grid main. But coming off turn 3, history will be made. Jesse Turner sweeps here in Australia and scores his 2nd win of 2017. Get out the broom, because Turner just absolutely swept this weekend. Brilliant strategy call by the 82 team.